Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of my Dark Matter run with Andre Patel and Miguel de la Cruz as we try out these new investigators and see what the hell they're capable of doing. We're here in Scenario 2, Electric Nightmare, which is a figment of your imagination. Kate's virtual dreamscape is strikingly realistic. You feel the tingle of each hair and smell the worms in the ground below you. That's normal for me. All sensations are amplified by the direct stimulation of the sensorometer cortex. In this world, it's difficult to distinguish between the simulated and the hallucinated. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it. Public School 187 version 3.0. You approach the virtual school and pull open the double doors only to reveal a solid brick wall behind it. The simulation appears to have been tinkered with. You will need to find another way inside. Locations cannot be switched with each other. After an investigator reveals entrance hall, we immediately advance. How do I put that into play? If there are no clues, we put that into play. Yeah, okay. All right, let's do our mulligans, shall we? 5 and 5. Okay, I want to take you. I'd like to keep a weapon. I don't think we need 2 weapons. I think keeping the track shoes would be interesting. Yeah, this is a pretty alright start here. Over here, I think we keep Olivier and we get rid of everything else. Not a great start over on this side, but we could just kind of like brute force. We only like, it's a 1 shroud location, then a 2, like it's a 2 test. It's a 1 test, then a 2 test, right? So in theory, this should be pretty doable. Our noses, okay. So we're gonna spend 1, 2, 3. We're gonna drop down the longbow. We're just gonna get that started. And then I'm going to use it's a tough choice here. Tests are a lot harder. The skulls are now -3 to start. Tablet is revealing a token, double that token's modifier. So then I'm gonna just like round it down. So it's only a 1 for Andre. I wish I had a way to discard this winging it, you know? We can't do this to discard the cards. I think we're just going to kind of play the long game. I'm going to draw a card. Fuck. You were playing the very long game, apparently. We're gonna draw another card. Okay. And then we're going to put down this hidden shelter here with our action. And then we'll take a direct horror. Over here, we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Olivier. Then we're going to investigate at 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Okay. I'll fuck off. Upkeep, Dark Pact, upkeep. Knapsack is actually pretty good. All right, and then at the end of this, I'm going to draw a card. And then I'm going to draw a card. Ah! Okay. This is a start for a scenario. All right, let's remind ourselves on elusive, because I know what elusive does, but what does it do on a location with when there's no other locations? For anyone who attacks is attacked, if the attacker is all, the enemy immediately disengages a small investigator and moves to a connecting location and exhausts. Moves to a connecting location. I mean, I think it still exhausts, right? Yeah, I guess, yeah, it just curls up in the corner of the room. That would make sense. All right, so then we lose the hidden shelter, but we got 2 cards out of it, so I think that's okay. And then we're going to go 1 of 4. It's okay, Russ. You don't need to come in here right now. Discard cards without the counter deck until 2 virtual encounter cards are discarded. Choose to draw 1 of the discarded cards. If it is treachery, resolve its effect additional time. If it is enemy, place this card under it as a swarm card. Guys, am I fucked? Am I fucked? That's a virtual. You're a pact. You're a monster. You're a virtual. Alright, well, we're going to choose this one. And it's just going to be discarded. Alright, we're okay. Test foot 6, decrease the difficulty of this test by 1 for each of your memories. Yeah, I will go 4 to 0. Honestly, thanks for the fucking assist. Okay, so the Mythos phase wasn't that bad, but we still have to find a way to get some fucking clues. I don't want to live anymore, I just want to die. How about you, chat? What do you think? Should we just fucking die? I just want to die. I just want to die. All right, we're going to clear out your chronophobia for you. And then we're going to investigate, and we're going to try to go out the door. So we're going to go 4 to 1. All right, so we got 3 to 1, so we get an action. Okay. I guess we're just going to go 3 to 2. We have to get through it some way, right? I could go 4 to 2. It stops a lot. Yeah, I'm going to go 4 to 2. Alright, that's pretty rough. Okay, we're going to punch you. 3 to 3. Take this! Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 to play my knapsack. We're going to gain a resource, and then we're going to play Winging It. Like so. So we're going to go 2 to 0. And I'm going to draw a card. Because, honestly, it can't get worse. We're already through the bad parts of our deck. Alright, so we're going to get a clue. Hello, child! Upkeep. The Polish Cane. Pray Miguel de la Cruz only. Okay. We're gonna get there. I mean, the clown's gonna show up, and then things are really bad, so we have to do this before the clown shows up. Sure. Yeah, alright, we'll go 3 to 6. Yep. Alright, so we have to search the topmost hidden card. You. I'm actually honestly not worried about the cat at all. I don't care about the cat. The cat is the least of my problems right now. Alright, I'm going to draw a card. Huge. Huge. Okay, that's actually huge. We're going to draw a card. Okay. We're going to draw one more card. Okay. Okay. We're going to punch the dog. 3-all, baby. Whoa! Look at that! He's almost dead, Chad! He's almost fucking dead! Okay. Second action, we're going to play Winging It from our discard pile. We're going to commit this, know the scene. So we're going to go, we have 2 to 1. We have 5-1. This one's free. We'll draw a card. I want to draw me. Are you crazy? All right. Whoa! You made a trick or trap in your discard pile to your hand? Yeah, I'll grab a hidden shelter. Why the fuck not? Okay, we'll shuffle this into our deck, grabbing 2 clues. All right, chat. Fucking, we're good to go. We're unstoppable now. We cannot be beat. We cannot be beat. All right. We will put a shimmer into the wall location directly above. And then I think I will discard three cards from my hand. Maybe these 2 improvised weapons and this hidden shelter that I just got back for free to move to a connecting location. So we're going to hop up here. After, is this during your turn? Fuck! What a shit-ass card. Alright, so we gotta do this. It doesn't take long for you to realize that something is horribly wrong. The interior is tangled in an impossible maze of hallways spreading off into every direction. The school's simulation has been completely corrupted. It will be impossible to find the children without restoring the layout one segment of code at a time. Put the set-aside undefined rune locations into play around the entrance hall according to the schematics of this icon. Hey, Dahora. You know, it's been a while since I've done live streams, but I'm starting to get back into the swing of things, which is nice. V3. Place that shit. Get rid of this shit. You can go back into your box. Okay. Spend player clues, switch to adjacent locations with each other. Objective at the end of the round. We have to go to that. Okay. So, let us do some drawing. Give me my pen and change the color to, let's go this kind of like white-red. Alright, so I need to have, this needs to be a plus. This needs to be a circle. This one needs to be a square. This one, of course, is a tringle. And then this one is going to be our moon. Alright, so now let's start looking at switching. So we need to switch. So we're going to switch plus and tringle. And then we switch plus and square. Then we switch moon and circle. So then circle's here. Triangle's there. So then we search triangle and circle. How's it going, Panda Angel? And then we switch circle and square. Easy. Easy. Okay, I have 2 actions left. We do need to find a way to get clues consistently. That is something that Andre is missing. I mean, if I can just get, like, something. I guess I'm going to draw a card. That's pretty good. We're going to gain a resource, and we're going to drop a glass in here. That gets clues. We'll go upkeep. Loner's huge. 3 of 4. It's almost clown time. When the actor then advances, take 1 damage on horror. Test for 3. If you succeed, discard Grim Future. Yeah, I can give that to Andre. Fuck. Fuck. Alright. Give me the next one of these. Yeah. These ones aren't too bad to get rid of this scenario, if I remember correctly. Okay. Well, I think it's time to get to work. Let's hop up here. All right, we probably want to just, like, eventually get rid of this non-Euclidean geometry, but I don't know if this is the window in which we do that. I need to find some shit. We are going to play this polished cane for our first action. I'm going to investigate 3 to 2 for our second action. We don't have a hidden card in our hand. Just kidding. This is technically not hidden. I can stay at this location. I mean, I think I need to draw because we want to be able to find, like, a lockpicks. Alright, Miguel is going to gain a resource, and he's going to play loner. So this one now, it only goes away if there's enemies here. So I am going to loner. See you later, Fen. We're going to loner over here. Yeah. And then I think I'm gonna draw a card. I will play the emergency cache with my free action, gaining 3 resources and drawing a card, and we'll draw another card. Okay. The cat moves up here, which is going to trigger glassing. So we're going to investigate at 5 to 2. We're going to discard glassing to grab 2 clues. Okay. I will then go upkeep. I need the clue parts in my deck. I have to discard a card. It's going to be loner. Okay. And then we will advance. You hear giggling laughter that echoes through the virtual landscape. Footsteps shuffle from somewhere nearby, growing steadily louder. A nightmarish fiend creeps out of the shadows, standing 7 feet tall with a white-painted face, red ringed eyes, and a natural yellow curly hair. The thing almost looks like a clown. Oh god, I zoomed out of time and space. But no real clown would ever wear the tattered, moldy, yellow and black costume it's garbed in. No clown's eyes would ever be filled with such a crazed menace. It smiles unnaturally wide, showing you row upon row of sharp, triangular teeth. Upon its head is an old-fashioned doctor's round reflector. Around its neck hangs a stethoscope. It raises its fingers, and you can see that each finger ends in a long, old-fashioned hypodermic needle. This can only be every child's worst nightmare, and you almost instinctively know this what this creature must be. This is the Boogeyman. If it is Act 1, it's not, it's Act 2. So he's in the entrance hall, exhausted. Regardless of the next shuffle, set aside Boogeyman encounter set along with the discard pile, and that is by the Smiling Man. Okay. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. Ah ha 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 ha. Don't you want to play with me? Each location is ejected. Each location at the start of the mini phase. If it is in the same location as an Avatar story asset, place a doom on that asset. I have to discard a card, huh? See you later, sneak attack. This is going to be a rough go, I think. I think this is going to be a tough one. We have to do this test. We'll go 7 to 3. So we take a damage and a horror. Nice. We'll draw a card. I just need, like, a way to get clues. Or, like, the lucky cigarette cases that are in my deck. We just have not seen. Alright, now we draw Mythos cards. We will go 2-2. Sure. That's fine by me. I'll discard a card from my hand or play area. You. At the end of the round. Sure. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna eat. We're gonna have to spend some cards this turn. We're gonna want to get some cards out there. So what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna spend 1-2 and we're gonna play Hunter's Instinct. We are then going to move into this location and say hello to my little feline friend, which I'm going to use on Hunter's Instinct to return this glassing to my hand. I will then punch you at 3-all. And I guess I'm going to put this... Know the exit into this test? Am I going to do that? I don't think so. I think having this guy on the board is actually kind of advantageous. Alright, so we're going to kick this guy over here. We're then going to loner up into this location. And I'm going to spend 2 resources to play glassing here fast, which is going to allow me to draw a card. Interesting. Okay. As for Andre, I mean, you gotta find something to do, brother. My man, you gotta find something to fucking do. So we're gonna draw a card. That is something that you can do. We're gonna spend 1, 2, 3 and play Thieves' Kit. We're gonna use Thieves' Kit to investigate at 5-2. Andre, brother, you gotta do fucking something. We're gonna Olivier up into this location. Alright, these guys ready. We'll go upkeep. Huge. Upkeep. I have to discard some cards here. Alright, and then this guy's gonna come into play. When this guy comes into play, we're going to trigger glassing and we're going to investigate at 5-2. I'll discard this to grab the 2 clues. No, Andre was very good in the first scenario. He's just, I'm drawing the wrong side of my deck here. Alright. 1 of 10. Now the gloves are off. Any empty location. We'll put you over here. The first one's free, baby. First one's on the fucking house. Alright. Spawn on any empty location. If there's an location, switch. Move this enemy 1 location towards the nearest investigator. Investigator. Okay. Not too worried about you. Okay, how do we do this? I don't think we start doing any switches yet, but we're gonna want to start thinking about that. Because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 10 clues to start going crazy. I guess I could have used this. Alright, so what I could do is I could have timed this, so I could have used this when this guy engaged me to grab glassing, because I could have done the glassing first, because they're both on the same after window, and they're both ultimately kind of the same trigger. Okay. Okay, I'm not too worried about this. I think we do Andre first. And we're going to Olivier into this location. Hello! When anyone at this location tests for 3 to succeed until the end of the round, the enemy can engage or attack you. That is pretty fucking good. Okay. I am going to attack this guy with my polished cane. So we're going to go 7 to 3. -6. Okay, we fail. He does have retaliate. That's fucked up. Alright, I guess we'll try to evade this guy. I should have done that first. We're going to try to evade him. And we're going to go 5 to 2. Am I in fucking hell right now? Alright, we'll go 5 to 2 again. Okay, we're good. So we have 3 to 2. So he's just evaded, but we lost an entire turn. That's actually so fucking shit bad. That's crazy. Bad token pulls. Okay. I would love to punch you at 3-all. Let's go up 2. Nice, you're dead. I think we just have to ride those out. I would like to get rid of these, but I think we need to, like, get our bearings. We're going to move up into this location, and I'm going to shoot this guy with my bow. So I have 6 to 3. Huge. Alright, so this guy's going to take 3 damage. And I can search my... I may add a trick or trap in my discard pile to my hand. Okay, I think I'm going to take Hidden Shelter. And then we're going to play Hidden Shelter here. I'm going to send you here, you there. This guy's going to ready. We're going to give it to Andre. We got to go upkeep. I have to discard a card. I'm going to go upkeep. That's really good. And now we can each... I think I'm going to heal a horror, and then I'm going to gain a resource. Okay. So we still need 2 more clues, which in theory we should be able to get. Alright, let's go 2 of 10. So we're going to go 5 to 3. Sure. It's a foot test. Let's do a watch this. So we'll go 6 to 3. Huge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then over here... I guess I'm getting the 3rd hidden card, huh? Fuck me. Ah, there's this hidden card. Okay, remember me. At the end of the enemy phase... Sure. That is a little bit spooky. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea of what to do here. I mean, I think we just go 7 to 3 again, right? the Polish cane. Hi. Are we going to, or are we going to evade? I think I'm going to try to evade this guy. So we're going to go 1,000,000 to 2. Nice. So he's evaded. So we're going to get an action. And then I'm going to spend 4 to play both of these right under their noses. I need to check something. I need to go to an old PBG video for a second. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. I just gotta check. I just gotta take a quick little peek at a list video that we made recently. All right, 5 sleeper cards from the Evergreen starter decks. I need to see what my rogue one was. Yeah. I said right under their noses was my sleeper card. I'm actually loving this card. All right, so I discovered by 2 or more, so I'm going to discover a clue at my location, and then I can also discover 1 clue at a connecting location as well. And then I discover a clue at my location, so we're going to grab this clue. Man, it hits right when you're right. You know, you're just like, damn, am I goated? Okay, so we performed an action. I think we're then gonna Olivier into this location. And I'm going to... Sorry, we should have 6 foot. Our number should have been even higher. I'm going to use the Thieves' Kit to investigate 6 to 3. I'll gain a resource. Get this clue. Sorry, and then I'm going to do this, so we're going to go 6 to 3 for this non-Euclidean geometry. This one stays, that's okay, we can do that next turn. Then I'm just going to gain 4 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. As for Miguel de la Cruz... we are going to start by playing Emergency Cash. So we're going to gain 3, draw a card. I'm then going to load my Magic Arrow. Magic Arrow, strike true! And then we're going to fire our Magic Arrow against... the Bogeyman. Sorry, not the Bogeyman, sorry, the Shadow of Thoughts. So we're going to attack this guy at 6 to 3. Hi-ya! Nice. He is toast. Into the victory display with you. And then I'm going to move into this location, and we're going to do some tricky stuff right now. We're going to use our knapsack to play an event at a connecting location. We're going to put a glassing down here. And then I'm going to use my loner to send myself to the corner. Okay. Alright, enemy phase, we're going to send the feline hybrid over here. We're going to send the Boogeyman into this location, triggering glassing. So we're going to investigate at 5 to 2. And I'll discard it to grab 2 clues. Man, this is good. This is good. Things have been good in this. Like, things were bad, but now I'm like, wait a minute. Things are good. I'm liking what's happening here. When does this trigger? At the start of the enemy phase. Playing Arkham is always good. Amen, brother. Alright, let's do upkeep. Taking a quick exit. Oh, how many... Look at all these rogue action tokens. I do need to worry about, like, starting to get rid of this fucking shit, but... The cultist tokens, sorry, the tablet tokens make it a bit more exciting, don't you think? Okay. What is the lightning bolts? Okay. Well, let's play some Doom on the agenda. Bing bong. Let's draw some evil cards. This one is the clue one. Okay, that's fine. Sure, that's totally fine. I'll take that shit. I can fuck with that shit for a while. This should be gone. Okay. We have a few fun choices to make on this go-around. Okay, I think we just get everything where it needs to go, right? So Andre is going to do this foot test at 6-3. Good. Great start. And then we're going to start spending some clues. Well, we're going to spend 2 clues to swap my location with the Tringle. So we're going to come up over here. Then we're going to spend another 2 clues. This is as a group, right? Yeah. To swap plus and square. So I'm down here. That ain't no problem. Then I'm going to spend 2 clues to swap moon and circle. So I'm down here. That's a little bit spooky. Then I'm going to spend 2 clues to swap triangle and circle. So my cat is all the way over here now. And then I'll spend 2 clues to swap circle and square. So now my cat's all the way over here. Okay, we can't get away from the boogeyman, so let's just make sure everything there. Plus right there, circle right there, square right there, the tringle, the moon, the squiggle. Alright, so at the end of the round, we'll be able to advance here. Okay. So we need to move. So I think we're going to Olivier up into this location. We can ignore the boogeyman for a bit. You're okay, Russell. You're okay. I'll be out for lunch soon. Just have to survive this onslaught. All right, let's investigate at 6-3. with our Thieves Kit for our second action. Nice, we'll gain a resource and a clue. We'll go again. That's huge. We get an action. And we get another resource. I think what I'll do then is I think I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, and we're going to play the lockpicks now. Now we don't need burst clues. We can just grab like small amounts of clues. Okay. As for Miguel, Miguel is going to loan her up into this location. Actually, first I'm going to spend 1, 2, and we're going to drop... Sorry, I don't have a glass. I don't have glassing. Yeah, we're going to just like loan her up into this location. I'm then going to spend 1, 2, 3, and we're going to play Daniel Jameson. And then I'm going to gain a resource, gain a resource. We're going to keep it very simple. Yeah, this is my first campaign playthrough with the bros, Andre and Miguel. Upkeep over here. Upkeep over here. Hidden shelter. And then we get to do the hidden shelter. I think I'm just going to, like, heal the damage. I mean, I guess the resource is hard to say no to. Yep. Alright, and then we can advance this. When the school simulation has finally been restored, a choir of children's voices cry out, insane with terror. From the school's intercom system, "What did you do? We scrambled the school so the boogeyman couldn't find us. It's coming to eat us." You realize now that the corruption of the school and the boogeyman itself are not an outside influence. They are the manifestations of the children's insanity, the personifications of their fears. What could have driven them to the edge of sanity? Regardless, if you can convince them that the monster stems from their own simulated imagination, perhaps you can save them before they are completely consumed by the terror. If the boogeyman is not in play, that would be crazy. Reveal all unrevealed locations. Randomly attach set aside avatar story assets. Give me the children. I did not mean it like that. Give me the children. All right. So classroom. K2. Ooh, foot right there. Huh? Library. You're going to move to the cafeteria. Gymnasium. Biology lab. So the brain one is the tricky one, but we have the timely interventions for these. And it's only a foot 2 test. Like the test. And then you move to the cafeteria. Alright, so the boogeyman's location above or below William's location. We can test foot 2. If you succeed, flip him over and resolve the text on the other side. You must help the children overcome their nightmare before they're consumed by it. Now that you're familiar with the architecture of the school, perhaps you can modify it to your advantage. Spend player clues, switch to locations. Let's see what we're getting from the encounter deck. We got a future evils, put it next to the agenda deck. After a scenario card places any amount of doom on a card, place 1 additional doom and discard future evils. I'll go 5-0. No problem over here. Yay! Okay, let's talk about our plan. I think our plan is actually pretty straightforward, all things considered. We should have a smooth ride from here on out. What we would like to do is we would like to start getting rid of these reminiscents. That's what we would like to start doing as our optimal path forward. So I think we start with Andre. And Andre is going to do 6-2 for William here. Okay. We lose a lockpick. Oh, no, this is just a regular test. This is just a regular test. All right, we'll go 6-2 again. All right. William was just a little bit stubborn. You catch up with the boy that is frantically running around and calm him down by convincing him that the boogeyman will never actually reach him, as it only means to scare him. When the nightmare stops dead in his tracks in front of you, the boy finally sighs in relief. Without the sustenance of the child's fear, the creature's wicked arms and legs shrink to more comprehensible size. You can call me Will. I'm in charge of the ship's navigation systems and docking procedures. You tell him to wait for you outside and he complies without hesitation. Place 1 horror token on the bogeyman. If there are 4 horror, he is defeated. Add this card to the victory display. Alright, good start. For our, we get an action, which we're going to use on the lockpicks here. So we're going to go 9 to 3. We succeeded. We discover a clue, but instead I'm going to place 1 of my clues on this location, and we're going to discard this card. I will then move over here, and I think I'm going to draw a card for my last action. That's a good draw. Miguel is going to grab some horror here, I think. Well, we're going to move into this location, which is going to allow us to be engaged by this guy, which allow us to do Hunter's Instinct, and we're going to grab, you guessed it, glassing. I'm not going to not just grab deductions from my discard pile. Are you kidding me? Okay. I think I will then use my knapsack to place this glassing over here. And then I'm gonna punch the cat. And we're gonna go 3-all. Okay. How do you think this works with the elusive? Because we're going to hit the cat. He's going to move over here. We're going to trigger our glassing. And then we also can go with this. But because we can't nest skill tests, this one's going to happen after this. So we're going to try again. I guess he's not... This is not a player attempt against him. We're just attempting this again. So we're going to go 4 to 3. We're going to take a horror. All right. We were punished for our hubris. All right, now we're going to try this. So we're going to go 6 to 3. That's good. I can discard this. This is discarded to grab 2 clues. Okay. I think I'm gonna spend 3 resources to play track shoes. And then we're gonna loan her over into this location. Wrong way. We're gonna send the clown over here. We're gonna go upkeep. I'm gonna suffer a mental trauma. Add a memory, and then I exile this card. See ya! We'll go upkeep over here. Feline Hybrid's gonna stand up. And then we'll go 4. Surprise! Test brain or foot 4. If you fail, either move the boogeyman to current location or he immediately attacks you. That's pretty spooky. I'll go up 3, I think. Nah, we'll go up 2 and just trust. Should have been up 3. Alright, so either moves to my location or I attack. He attacks me. I can take 2 horror. I do have 8 of it. Holy crap. Oh, sorry. I'll heal a horror from this with this hidden shelter. I guess I'm getting a hidden card again. Fuck! Alright. Hey, Steph, how's it going? Give me the boy. Okay, this boy's not too much of an issue. Alright, so what I think we want is I think we want Andre to go first. Is that what we want? I think we want Miguel to go first. Miguel's gonna move into this location. And we're going to try this brain test. I'll give you one, so we'll go 4-2. Nice. With patience and care, you reassure Alma and persuade her to open her eyes and carefully scrutinize the simulated nightmare. Through her fingers, she finally notices the subtle discrepancies that can only be observed from specific angles, thus breaking the illusion of the dreadful monster. Without the sustenance of Alma's fear, the boogeyman's 1,000 yellow teeth fall out of its gaping maw and shatter across the ceramic floor. Thanks for helping us! I'm Alma, and I'm in charge of environmental controls on the ship. It's really cold. I need a jacket. The little girl strolls out of the school without fear. We get to place one of these, and we move that over here. Okay. And then for our last trick... The book test is probably going to be our hardest one. We can maybe get there with a lucky cigarette case and a lockpicks. Okay. No, I think we're going to loan her into this location. And then I'm going to gain a resource. And we're going to fast out a lie in wait here. I have a plan. Sorry, we have 6 foot. As for Andre, he's definitely going to spend 2 and put down the lucky cigarette case. Then we're going to move over here. And I'm going to attempt to investigate at 9-3. All right, so I succeed by 8-3. So I'll look at the top 5 cards in my deck. I guess I'm just looking for wilds. We're going to take an action. We're going to grab this clue. I have 2 actions left. I think I need to stay here. As long as we just don't panic, everything's okay. We have all the victory locations, so now it's about just getting the children out and ideally getting through these. But I have a plan for both of them, quote unquote. Yeah, just don't panic. I think I'm gonna stab myself in the fucking stomach. And then I'll draw a card. I don't know what my weakness does. Said seconds before disaster. Okay. Then we'll go upkeep. I need to lose a card. I think it's Stalk Prey. Yeah, no, there's no panicking when you stab yourself while crying in a frenzy as part of the Dark Pact. That's totally rational. And other lies we tell ourselves. All right, we're going to do a lie in wait against this guy. So we're going to attack him at 7-3. Nice. So we're successful. So we'll deal him 1 damage. But I will get rid of heal all damage from it instead. That's good. All right. And then we go 5. Okay. We can do this, chat. We can do anything if we put our minds to it. Non-Euclidean geometry is a little bit annoying. It's not that bad. Glitch in the system is a problem. So which one are we not moving? I mean, we could also just kill the motherfucker. Yeah, we could just kill the motherfucker. He has to go on an empty location, so we're going to put him here, I think. I mean, in theory, this is the location that we don't need to move until we have to, which is going to probably be, in a perfect world, next turn. You can target yourself with Dark Pact? Yeah, just it's an investigator. Just an investigator at your location. And you, my friend, are an investigator at your location. Alright, is there any way we can lie in wait? Continue our lying spree and do some stuff here? I don't think so. Presumably you're always an investigator location. It'd be crazy if you weren't. It'd be crazy if you weren't. What do I fucking do? Okay. What is Andre doing with his turn? Not that much, to be real. This is, I think, Miguel's time to shine. This is gone, by the way. That doesn't go in there, you fucking idiot. Goes in here. You're the book test, you're the hard one. You know what, I'm gonna discard this hidden shelter instead of that stalk prey, I think, when I had to discard to hand size. Boom, boom. I want you in my room. Move, move, move. Do this test. We gotta go, what, 3? To 2's not great. But we do get 2 shots at it. Okay. Could draw a card before. Do I have any book icons left? Don't have a lot of book icons in this deck. We have the Glassings, which are both in here. Okay, we could do that. Okay. So I think Andre goes first, and he tries to get rid of this. We go 6-3. Yay! Alright, and then we spend 2 clues to swap these locations. What the fuck? Kate is adjacent to... Classroom K2 is adjacent to 4 other locations. I'll add a tally mark next to my memories. Okay, we don't swap these this turn. Okay, that gives us some time. Next turn we swap. And then we ideally move here, move the clown up there. Okay, yeah. That's the line. All right, I am going to Olivier into this location. And I am going to... move into this location. Yes. All this is good. No, I'm going to stay here and we'll draw a card. Wow. That's pretty good, actually. That's actually pretty good. We could probably brute force our way through Tilda, then. I don't like my phrasing in this video. Alright, let us attempt to evade this guy at 6-3. You ready to die, punk? Alright, we'll try that again. 7-3. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this Reminiscence Covenant. When we successfully evade an enemy, that enemy immediately attacks me instead. Ow! What the fuck? You hit my knapsack. Okay, so we're at least through those right now. Thank you, Daniel. That's actually pretty legit. Alright, we would like to kill this guy, but we don't really have a good way of doing it. So I guess we just evade him and give him to Andre next turn. That's not too bad of a deal. So yeah, we're going to evade him 6-3. Hiya! Nice. And then for my last action, I'm gonna do the strongest action. You know what? I'm gonna try to improvised weapon this guy. So we're gonna go 3-2. Hiya! No, that ain't happening. I will draw a card off the knapsack, and then I'll draw a card with my ability. That is pretty good. There's some good shit going on here. Clown will move in here. The dog will move in here. We get a go. Andre gets this. We go upkeep. We go upkeep. We go 6 of 10. We draw our first encounter card. We're going to discard till we get 2 virtual cards. You. Go closer. Don't really like the shuffle happening. Okay. Alright, so I have to resolve one of these. Revelation effect at a different time. This is a 3-shroud location. I think we just have to do the foot test, right? Twice. It's probably our best bet. So we're going to go 8-4. Okay. I think we're going to draw a card. And we're going to, I think, play both of these. Max once per round. We can play one of these. So we're going to take this window to attack this guy. You know what? I'm not going to do this right now. We're just going to let this... Actually, no. No. We just let this go. Yeah. Give me 8. No. Yeah. Give me 8-4. Huge. I'll take a 5 for that for sure. Look at the top 5. Put one of these into my hand. None of them have a book icon, you say. I guess I'll just take the double brain icon. Yeah. Sure. Okay, what do you get? Sure. That should never trigger. I think we should be fine. So, what we would like to do is we would like to spend 2 clues to swap these 2 locations. Why does that keep spawning damage tokens? Okay. You should be ready, brother. Okay. We give this guy the whack with the polished cane, so we're going to go 9 to 3. Nice, he's dead. I will get to take an action, and I can play one of these, so I might as well. So with this action, we're going to try out this book test. So we are 3 to 2. Sorry, with that action, we're going to play the mask, and then we're going to go 5 to 2, and I will commit this stock prey to go 6 to 2. That's another kid in the books. Alright, child, what do you got to say to me? You persuade the anxious girl that the monster's simple artificial intelligence can easily be outwitted. It can be outwitted, outlasted, outplayed, survivor. Alright, and avoided. So she observes the boogeyman's movements and finally nods in agreement. You both watch as the tattered clown's head deflates like a balloon and its voice garbles into gibberish. Honestly, that sounds fucking scarier. The girl thanks you for your help. My name is Tilda. You can find me in the top left part of your keyboard. I've had a headache for a while, but now I'm feeling much better. She carefully navigates around the boogeyman and exits the school building. Place 1 horror on the bogeyman and place this card on the victory display. Okay, so we have 2 actions left. I think what we would like to do is spend 2 clues as a group to swap this location with this location. And then I think I move into this location. Here's our fist test, which is probably going to be Mr. Miguel de la Cruz doing that one. The cat's gonna come get us. I think that's okay. We can't use lie in wait on him. Yeah, I'll just draw a card for my last action. Miguel's gonna come into here. We're gonna reload our bow. I'm gonna just, like, gain a resource. This guy's gonna come in here and give me the bonk for 1 and 1. This guy's gonna move in here. We go upkeep. We go upkeep. We get to go 7 of 10. Spawn at the location farthest from us. 1, 2, 3. The virtual Byakhee. When we move between 2 locations without investigators, switch those locations instead. Come closer. Oh, sorry. I also have to do this. So I have to grab... at the end of the enemy phase, I need to grab a weakness from here. So we have to grab our chronophobia. Okay. So you're discarded. Alright. Okay, we go first. We attempt to punch the feline hybrid at 3-all. Hiya! Nope. I'm gonna kick you over here. And then we're gonna try to talk to David over here. And we're gonna do a fist test, and I'll start with just the overpower. We'll go 5 to 3. Nice! Draw a card. Not you. You calm down the boy, hide under the desk, and manage to convince him that the boogeyman is no match for your combined strength and confidence. He stands up and yells towards the fiendish monstrosity, "We're not scared of you! You're just a clown!" The abomination cries out in pain as its hypodermic claws shrink and morph into limp red gloves. The boy introduces himself as David. "I'm in charge of engines and the main power. I've been feeling awfully sick lately, but thank goodness my stomach finally stopped hurting." You tell David to wait for you outside the school, and he quickly runs off. Place a horror. This is going to cause this guy to die. We're going to advance this, which is going to also deal me a damage and a horror. And then we test 6 to 3, and we pass and get rid of that. Okay. Without fear and terror of its victims and its minds to prey on, the horrific digital monstrosity deflates like a balloon and dissipates into the simulation. R3. We fully restored the sanity of Kate, which is always really good. I can spell. Oh, sorry, we should be at, yeah, 4. Oh, we should actually be at 5 now with Andre. Because we also should have done it when we got the destabilization. And Investigator may add Kate. Fully restored. Yeah, we're just going to give it to Andre. We do not have any of the Reminisce, so we don't have to add another one of those bad tokens. But we do get Victory 8, but Andre is going to get an additional... Is it the one with the fewest? Yeah, with the least mental trauma. So we're going to get... Miguel is going to get 9. So I'm just going to put those in over here. Give me an 8! 8. Alright, then we go mission briefing. Yeah, if we watch the Art of Carcosa, we just get mental trauma. I usually do. I'm not going to watch it this time. I'm not going to watch it this time. Yeah, fuck it, let's watch it. So we just get a mental trauma. And we each get 2 tally marks. And we're going to do Strange Moons. It's the one I always like to do first. I am emotionally attached to the Migos, so they're the guys we got to talk to. But before we do that, let's upgrade our decks before we close out the video here. Okay. This right under their noses, I'm very impressed by. I would like the other copy. What do we want to spend our remaining 5 XP on? A well-connected probably will go pretty hard, so let's grab a well-connected. These grapevines haven't been impressing me much, to quote our Lord and Savior Shania Twain. So I think it's probably worth to cut one of them. I mean, I will say this is like not the best campaign for the grapevine, at least in the point. I might still like try the upgraded version of it, right? It being able to draw you a card is pretty good. I think the Honed Instincts are still fine where they are right now. Adding an out the door could be good. It's only 1 XP, that's crazy. Is it better to just grab like a... I mean, I guess I could just get both of them, right? That's nuts. Okay. That looks pretty good to me for the Andre deck. Now, Miguel's deck is a little bit more, I want to say fun. I think upgrading the Guerrilla Tactics is a good way to go. I think this is a good time as well for the improvised weapons. And then we have 1 XP to put into this deck. Is there anything that I can put in here? I mean, there's got to be a good level 1 Survivor card. I've been impressed with the deck, though. I like the guy, I like them working together. I think it's been pretty fun seeing them. Canteen is 2 XP, right? Like, that's a card that I'll probably want to play. The extra rations is fine. I do feel like we're kind of missing a little bit on our econ. I could kind of fuck with Allure. just because it's fast and free. You know what? I think I'm going to drop an Allure, and we're going to drop one of these Stock Praise. I'm going to try cards out. Like, that's what... sometimes when people are like, how do you deck build for, like, people? Like, what is, like, give me the exact plan. Sometimes you just got to try things out, see what actually sings, see what actually works. But these are the decks. I mean, we have 20 XP in these decks. That's dark matter for you, though. We're going to have to see what the next scenario brings when we go to Strange Moons. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've been enjoying this play as much as I have been. If you want to support the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching live on Twitch, I'd love a sub. Otherwise, you know, you can go above and beyond, join the Patreon as well. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, a GG's.